I wonder if you could elaborate on what you want to see him do. One,
be on time for meetings. Show up to the darn meetings. So if I don't see that, you would be a fool to put somebody out there and they're unprepared.
He got a 5-star recruit, one of the best players in America, and he's refusing to play him because that kid's not putting in the effort. So do y'all remember that highly touted 5-star recruit that goes by the name of Cormani McClain? Well, if you don't know, you should know. You should remember his name. That should ring a bell. Like I said, every school in the country wanted him. Nick Saban wanted him. Everybody wanted him. Heck, and he wound up signing with Colorado and Coach Prime. We covered him a lot, and you don't need me to sit up here and say Deion getting a 5-star recruit, it's a big pickup, because that should be self-explanatory. Well, here's the problem with all that, and oh yeah, by the way, we're not doing no intro, none of that. This video's already going up late. We don't got time for that. It's simple. If you like the content, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here. We post a lot of college football videos, and honestly, just subscribing, it helps out the channel tremendously. But getting that out the way and locking back in here, apparently and allegedly, Cormani McClain, he's having some issues. And also, apparently and allegedly, he's not playing for a couple of different reasons. Fortunately, we have the answers that everyone's been looking for. And heck, I've been wondering this entire season, why isn't he playing? And also, number two, the second question everybody has, when will he play, if ever? In today's video, we got some answers, and I should have clarified on this. When I said apparently and allegedly, my source in this isn't some random person. It's actually Coach Prime himself. So it's not even like, oh, this is a rumor. No, this is the cold hard truth. So yeah, with all that being said, let's check this out. And I'm glad Coach Prime has addressed this and given us some answers, because I've been wondering what's been going on. Because let's be honest, Cormani McClain was one of the best players in high school football. He's a 5-star recruit. Yeah, it's shocking that he's not seeing any playing time for Colorado. I think we can all agree the defense, they could use him. Or at least that's what I originally thought. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. I'll show you the video clip after I read this, but here's what Coach Prime stated word for word. Coach Prime was asked about what Cormani can do to play and what he needs to do to be better, and here's what he stated. Study and prepare. Be on time for meetings. Show up to meetings. Understand the scheme. I check film time from each player so I can see who's preparing. So if I don't see that, you would be a fool to put somebody out there who's not prepared. That goes for all of our players. Right off the bat, my immediate reaction to that was, okay, dang, maybe Cormani McClain, he hasn't been putting in all the effort he should be. Because the vibes I'm getting from this is Deion Sanders is straight up telling you Cormani McClain's not putting in the work, and he's not ready. The glaring thing that stood out to me the most is he said be on time for meetings and show up to meetings. That, for me at least, was extremely eye-opening. When you got a guy, a 5-star recruit, who has all the talent in the world, but he's not even showing up for meetings, I can only assume how frustrated Coach Prime is with this. Well, now that I think about it, maybe he's not frustrated because he's like, hey, if you don't want to show up for meetings and you don't want to put in the effort, we just won't play you. Simple as that. It seems like that's the approach that Coach Prime is taking with this, but let me show you the video clip. Matt, roll a clip.
Coach Sean Keeler at the Denver Post, you mentioned last week that Cormani seeing the field was up to Cormani.
Okay, I did forget to bring that up. That first part, I'm glad the reporter said something about it, because originally Coach Prime stated, when he was already asked about this a couple weeks ago, when is Cormani going to see the field? And he said, hey, that's up to him. So it seems like at this point in time, the ball, it's in Cormani's court. Let's continue along here.
I wonder if you could elaborate on what you want to see him do, one. And two, did he help his case?
Study, prepare.
Late against
Study,
Oregon?
prepare, be on time for meetings. Show up to the darn meetings. Understand what we're doing as a scheme. Want to play this game, desire to play this game, desire to be the best in this game, at practice, in the film room, and on your own free time.
I'm going to stop it right there, last pause. Yet again, it just seems like Cormani McClain, this is the vibes I'm getting, I could be wrong, but it seems like Deion's telling us that Cormani McClain, he doesn't want to be the best. He's not putting in the work, and if he doesn't put in the work, he's not going to put him out there on the field.
You do know that I check film time for each player upon the week. Thursday, I need film times from the whole staff so I can see who's been preparing. And that's just not about Cormani. That's about a multitude of them. So if I don't see that, you would be a fool to put somebody out there and they're unprepared. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. I'm old school. I'm sorry.
Did Oregon help in that regard because he got out there late? Did what you saw?
What a score. Shoot. I started to put you out there at one point.
Okay, that caught me off guard. I haven't seen that part of the interview. He said, shoot, I thought about putting you out there at one point. Oh, man, but getting back on track here, on a serious note, the one side about Deion Sanders I think a lot of people don't understand is that he takes this game extremely serious. And he told you, I'm old school. I'd be a fool to put somebody out there that isn't preparing and they're not ready. And I think a lot of people, they think, oh, when you sign to Colorado and you sign Deion Sanders, you're going to party Monday through Friday and it's going to be a breeze and you're just going to have a chill time, play ping pong, play table tennis, play whatever. You're just going to have a blast. I think a lot of people have a misconception where they think Colorado, it's almost like a summer camp. It's nothing but fun. When in reality, Deion Sanders, he doesn't put up with that crap. You're going to show up and put in the work or he won't play you. He's proven it with this case and example. He got a 5-star recruit, one of the best players in America, and he's refusing to play him because that kid's not putting in the effort. And the crazy part about all this is Cormani McClain is one of the most talented kids on this team. You want me to be honest? You know what I think this was? I think Cormani McClain, he thought it was hot stuff. He thought it was all that, and he thought he was going to be able to walk into Colorado and it was going to be a breeze. He probably thought, oh man, I'm playing for Coach Prime. He's a player's coach. I don't got to put in all this work. I'm a 5-star recruit. He's got to play me. Who cares about watching film? I don't need to watch film. I don't need to show up to meetings. Who cares? And yeah, he effed around and he found out that you got to do that stuff. And almost every single time I hear Deion speak on a situation, I always, more times than not, gain more respect for him. And I respect him 2 times more after watching this video clip. He's not just letting these 4- and 5-star recruits come to Colorado and play without putting in the work. He has his core principles and beliefs, and he sticks to them. Doesn't care about anybody or their opinion. Check out what this person had to say about the situation. Got a lot of likes on it. His recruitment makes sense, honestly, because he went about it very immature, like Hope. What is this person? Oh, he meant to put a comma after like. He meant to say he went about it very immature, like. There we go. You need to use commas, man. Anyways, continuing along here after like. Hope he gets it together, but kids like him have been told their whole life how good they are, and because of talent, he feels like he doesn't have to work hard. And I agree. And it's not even Cormani's fault. Because all throughout his life, he's been so talented, he hasn't had to watch film. He hasn't had to put in that work. He hasn't had to show up to practice or meetings on time. And do what you want with this, but take this from a Colorado fan. Dang, that's not a good sign. But if anyone can help him get straight, I think it's Prime. Also agree with that. I agree from both standpoints. Yeah, it's a terrible sign, but also if anyone can fix this young man, it is Coach Prime. But you also got to look at it from this perspective. Like Coach Prime said a couple weeks ago, the only person who can help Cormani get on the field is Cormani. It's up to him. The ball's in his court. You're going to find out in this life you can't want it for somebody else. They got to want it. You can't want your friend to get better. You can't want your friend to go to the gym and work out. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, they got to want to be better. It's the same thing in this situation, and I don't think Coach Prime, he's stressing about it too much. He can't control Cormani McClain. The only person who can control Cormani McClain is Cormani McClain. It's as simple as that. Now, me personally, if this was me in these shoes, Cormani's shoes, I'd be doing everything in my wheelhouse, everything in my power to get on that field. There's no way I would be showing up late to meetings. There's no way I'd be skipping meetings. None of that. I'd be doing everything to a T. I'd be on my best behavior because I want to play. There's not a single athlete out here, a former athlete watching this video, that enjoys just standing over on the sidelines. No, you want to play. And I'll tell you this much, one of the biggest motivating factors out there is not playing. You'll be on your best behavior. But apparently that's not enough motivation for Cormani because he hasn't fixed things up, at least for now. You hate to see it. You really do. You hate to see it. But I'm going to go back to this. My biggest concern about all this is not showing up on time for meetings and not showing up to meetings. That is just red flag central to me because that is a no-go. You got to show up, man. The whole not watching film thing I could get because it's boring and nobody wants to do that, but you got to show up. You got to show up to meetings and you got to watch the film and just do what coach is telling you to do. Simple as that. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Matt, it's stressful for him. Matt, you're going to try to make excuses for him. I get it. There's no excuses for it. It's not. This is simply an effort thing. Not a talent thing, not a talent, an effort thing. If you want somebody to sugarcoat something for you, I'm sorry. You've came to the wrong channel. I'll let all these other people in the comment section, y'all can sugarcoat this for Cormani McClain, pat him on the back. I'm not going to do it. And it's not the end of the world because these are simple things he can correct. But what concerns me is we're already heading into week 5 and he hasn't corrected it. This is something that should have been corrected by week 3, week 4. That's my humble opinion on the situation. I hope he turns things around. I really do. I'm extremely curious. Let me know your thoughts on the situation down below. But,